Hello guys, welcome back to the Real Deal Kitchen. So I'm at the Real Deal Kitchen today. I'm making brown stew chicken. So I just finished cleaning up the chicken, so now I'm going to wash it, okay, and then I'm going to show you guys how to season up the chicken. So I clean it up, I'm going to wash it. Okay guys, so at the Real Deal Kitchen for the brown stew chicken, these are the seasoning I'm going to be using, and you can always use any seasoning of your choice. So I'm using a little bit of ginger, garlic, pimento seed, and a little bit of cinnamon in there, all-purpose seasoning, and a little bit of hot flavor seasoning, some cumin, okay, a little bit of ketchup, or you can eliminate the ketchup. I'm just going to use a little bit in there. You use the ketchup like in the gravy section. And 1 stop sauce. And reggae, you find these seasoning at in the Jamaican aisle in any Spanish supermarket or wherever your local grocery store that sells Jamaican seasoning, okay? So now I'm going to wash the meat and pour all these seasoning on there, except for the ketchup. You put it at the time when you making the gravy. You could tip a little bit of ketchup in there. Okay guys, so now I'm washing the meat with some lemon juice, or you can use vinegar in there. You can wash it with vinegar, water, or lemon. Hello guys, so now I'm going to be putting some of the reggae sauce on the chicken to season it up. So maybe you could use like 4 caps. Okay. 4 caps of the reggae sauce. And I'm gonna put this one called 1 Stop Caribbean sauce, savory. So maybe like another 4 caps to it. Okay. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of browning sauce. Browning. You can use brown sugar in the oil, but because I'm not gonna be using a lot of oil, I'm just gonna be greasing the pot a little bit. So I'm not trying to put brown sugar in the oil because I'm gonna grease in the pan. So some people, they put brown sugar in their brown stew chicken, but I don't want that sweetish taste. And the ketchup, you can put it at the gravy time, but I just like to put it when I'm like seasoning the meat a little bit, just a little bit, you know. Yeah, I just like to put it in there during the seasoning, during the marination process. Okay, so then I'm going to get some powder seasoning. So now I'm going to be putting a little bit of powder seasoning. So this is a cocked seasoning. At least 2 teaspoons or 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons. Tablespoon, and then the all-purpose, and then some fermented ginger. So anytime you see the word Grace, that's the Jamaican brand. Okay, so if you see any season that mark Grace on it, that's the Jamaican brand. Then a little bit of cinnamon. You know, cinnamon is healthy. Okay. I'm going to cut up some garlic, scallion, and toss everything around. put your garlic and your scallion and and your pimento seed, guys. Don't forget, this is a Jamaican kitchen, so you have to have pimento, whole pimento. You gotta put a couple of these seeds in there. So okay guys, these are all the seasoning, and I did add some meat seasoning in there. Okay, I did add some meat seasoning. These are all the seasonings I use for the brown stew chicken. Okay, and allspice pimento seeds and the cumin. Okay, so these are all the seasoning in there. So you have the pimento seeds, you have all the, so what you want to do is rub it up. Rub it up, guys. Rub it up. So okay guys, this is a brown stew chicken. After rubbing it up, rub up all that seasoning in it. So I'm gonna let it marinate from overnight. Yeah, usually you can do it overnight, and if you don't have the time to let it marinate overnight, you can do it for half an hour or an hour. So in this case, it's gonna be marinated from overnight, okay? Then I'll show you how to cook it on the stove. Okay guys, so at the RealDeal kitchen, you get to see how to make brown stew chicken. So this is the brown stew chicken marinating, and these are all the seasoning. All the seasonings. Okay. We have the one-stop sauce, and then reggae table sauce, and then a little bit of browning. Allspice. There's no Jamaican kitchen without allspice in it. And then I did put a little bit of ketchup in the marination process. Okay, so I'm gonna let it sit overnight and then I cook it. Or you can let it sit for a few hours. Let it marinate, covered, and put it in your fridge. Okay, so now that the pot is hot, I'm gonna put some olive oil in there. So it's really, really hot. So you're gonna just grease it a little bit. Just a little bit, not much. Okay. Ooh, this is too hot. So then you want to toss it around like this, see? Not much oil, just a little bit of oil. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take out, so put in the oil. The brown stew chicken. Scoop it up to put in the oil. Right? Okay guys, so I took out all the meat from the pan, and I'm going to put the carrots and the potato inside here to marinate in the seasoning sauce. And then, so everything is in the pot. So you're going to stir it every 5 minutes. You know, this is brown stew chicken. So you want to stir it every 5 minutes. you put all the meat in the pot and you're gonna stir it every 5 minutes. So guys, for the brown stew chicken, I'm gonna put some fresh thyme, wash some fresh thyme, cut up some scallions, and the potatoes, the carrot. That's what's gonna be going into the brown stew chicken. These are all the seasoning once again. I can't go wrong using these, but you can use any seasoning of your choice. Okay, all of these seasonings. Okay, so now it's on the pot on the stove. Ooh, so I gotta keep stirring every 5 minutes until it's brown. Okay, some people like to fry their brown stew chicken first, but I don't like to fry anything too much because I'm trying to stay away from less oil. So you see it producing its own gravy, so you keep stirring it until it get that brownish color. Then once it get that brownish color and you let it simmer down a little bit, then you're gonna put your carrots and your potatoes in there, your fresh scallion and all that. Okay guys, so you want to wash your thyme and your scallion, okay? So guys, you cover the pot and look at that steam coming out of the brown stew chicken. So you cover the pot and then you're going to stir it every 10 minutes after you cover it. So let's look inside. And you want to keep stirring this brown stew chicken until it gets brown. So it's producing its own gravy, but you want it dry out because you want to get a little brownish color. Okay, and like I said, some people like to fry their brown stew chicken to make people look browner. But I like to cook it a healthier way where I don't have to fry it. Less frying is better. Oops. Okay guys, so this brown stew chicken is gaining its color. So like I said, you know, you stir it every 10 minutes when the cover is on. Since it have a lot of liquid in it, because it produces its own liquid, you can stir it like every 15 minutes. You don't want to overcook your chicken. Okay. So this liquid needs to dry out some more. Trying to give the chicken some color. Okay guys, so now it has the carrots, fresh thyme, and the potato in the brown stew chicken. So you're gonna make sure the potato is cooked. Yes guys, so welcome to the RealDeal kitchen. At the RealDeal kitchen you get to find brown stew chicken with potatoes and carrots. So like I said earlier, I only make healthy brown stew chicken. It's not oily. Some people when they're making the brown stew chicken it's all oily. So take a look guys. Brown stew chicken, potatoes, carrots, and scallion and some fresh thyme. Yes guys. Look at this brown stew chicken.